Right, hello everyone. Welcome to WAOF1 Tuesday night race. We appear to be on a short qualifying session for some reason. Okay, looks like it's short qualifying 50% race tonight. Not sure why that is, but oh no, I know what it is. Sorry. I get so confused. I do too much of all this and I get confused between leagues. It's because it's sprint race tonight. So we got the short qualifying session followed by sprint race followed by 50% race. That'll be what it is. Anybody that's watching, just a heads up, I've had to put my phone on charge between my streams. I've had to, well, basically Lightstream has decided that it's stopped Studio 1, which is what I was using, and you've now got to log into Studio 2, which I tried doing, but it's so many steps to go through. I couldn't do it in time, so we are, in fact, having to do this straight through Twitch instead, so unfortunately I don't have my overlays, which was basically the stand-ins, but I can talk you through them in between. Oh, that's a good camera. Is it going to do that all race? Lovely. Right, who was first out? In a way, looks like there's an AlphaTauri down there, which is Salt. Remember from the last couple of weeks, he likes to be quick out, so let's see how Sol does then. He's going to be first to lay down a time. Rocket Reed is on an outlap. Now, Rocket Reed I'm going to be doing my onboard lap with, so I'm just going to check where he is, which one he is. He's the one that's not long started his lap, so that's fine. So we'll watch Sol for a bit. So, Sol coming through. We're at Canada. I have to be honest, guys. This is, as a driver, this is one of my most hated. I really, really don't like it. I never have. On the other hand, as a commentator, it can be a great race around here. You never quite know what the weather's going to be. Canada it can change pretty quickly. Anyway, in fact, there's rain coming already. There is already rain, so that's what I was talking about. Then, so this Hilly's hot lap starts the lap. You've got a little turn to the right, then into the left, quick into the right. You need to stay pretty hugged. There's multiple ways to take that. It's all about getting on the power on the exit. So he comes up to the right, left chicane. Careful not to invalidate on the inside. Accelerates out, nicely done. Sol managed to 13.4, by the way. The short right-hander rounds to this late braking left. Take some curb. Again, exit. Get on the power as best you can, but be careful. Especially when it's spitting rain. Now it's just a straight down to the next right-left chicane. Again, you want to take curb. Again, it's all about the exit. And it's not bad from Rocket Reed there. Heads down towards the quite famous hairpin now. And there's, again, multiple ways he locks up on the left as he comes into the corner. Opens it out. Full power all the way down the straight. Open up the DRS now. Head down to the final chicane. Funny enough, it's the right-left. And so easy to invalidate around here. But Rocket Reed doesn't. And he opens up the DRS once more, and it'll be a power over the line. Keep it to the right-hand side. Path of least resistance. And it's a 13.4 for the first lap for Rocket Reed. These guys are just getting times in quick. The track's, it's getting wet. So Dean has done a 12.3. Weston J 12.8, Moomin 12.9. Oh, we got a mark out off the track there. Oozer's 13.3. This could be our grid, you know, for the sprint race. It is possible. With it raining, makes it difficult. Glasgow heading down towards the final chicane, so let's see what Glasgow can manage. Look how sensitive he's having to be into the final chicane. That would be partly the weather, and I expect partly because he wants to get a time on the board. It's P10 on a 1:16.7. I genuinely believe the track's going already. And it's the guys that were out first that are going to benefit from this. Glass is on the way down to the chicane now. Yeah, look how tentative he's having to be. The track's too wet. 119.1. There's Gazelle. Gazzelle's invalidated. That's not going to help. Freeman and Mark. Freeman a bit ahead of Mark on track, so we'll go with him. But yeah, I'll say it again, guys. The track's too wet. And effectively, we're seeing the end of qualifying. Apart from those guys that ain't got times on the board, I think Dean Bryce has got pole for the sprint race. Racing J second, Newman third. Oozer's in a fantastic P4. Soul P5, Rocket Reed 6, Wales 7, Strady 8, Arsehole 9, Glasgow 10, Glasses 11, and I think that's it. And that's an invalidation for Freeman. That's going to be frustrating for him. Let's go to Mark. So man Mark then, also heading down towards the chicane now. It's unreal, isn't it? It's absolutely unreal. These guys might actually have better luck switching to intermediates. They'll be able to do quicker laps on intermediate tyres than they can now do on the softs. So, it's not the end of qualifying yet for these guys. For Mark, well, Glasses is retired, and I think that might be a wrong thing to do. I think he should have switched to intermediates. But for Mark, Gaza, Cool by the Pool, and Freeman, their qualifying is not over yet. They need to switch to intermediates. Cool by the Pool's already done so. Oh, but he invalid this in next lap, so it's not going to get a lap on the board this time. Oh, Freeman's in a wall. And that is because it's too wet. He's lost his wing. Oh my goodness, look how much trouble he's having. Gets out of the way just in time for the Alfa Romeo, but the Alfa Romeo is Cool by the Pool, as I say, is invalidated. Gaz has lost his wings, so he'll be into the pits in a way, and he's put Inters on. There's Mark. Oh! I wonder if they actually realised it was going to rain this quick. I think maybe some did and some didn't. That's why they got out quick. It's such an easy track to invalidate as well. So, in my experience, you can still manage a 19 on intermediates around here. So, I was a little surprised that Glasses didn't put set on just to give a go. But, oh, into the pits for Cool by the Pool. Very late decision. Arsehole retires from the session. Gaz is in. Still showing on softs at the moment, but Freeman's stuck. Reset to track, Freeman, if you're listening. You're beached, buddy, so you're not going to be able to move it. So reset to track. It's the only time it'll be allowed. Well, I think it's allowed anyway. I'm assuming it's allowed. What's the point? No, it's been disqualified. Even the AI can't get it moving, look. He's completely stuck there. And I can't see him anymore. Right, okay, so who's on the way out? Gaz is on the way out. Oh, you might still see people trying to put in times. I don't know what the weather's going to be like in the sprint and the full race. If there's any intermediate weather, you may as well get out there now and get some practice in for it. Why not? Use the time, it's there to use. The tyre, you've got plenty of tyres, so... Yeah, I just want to reiterate, guys, I've got my phone on charge at the moment, so I haven't got it to hand, so if you are commenting, I apologise, it just needs to get some juice first. So, it's not a lot for Mark, Gaza and Cool by the Pool to fight for here, but it's basically, I think they're basically fighting for P12. I do think Glasses could potentially still be susceptible on a 119.1. He obviously didn't feel that was the case, so he retired out. Surprised others aren't get. Unless 100% sure it's going to be fully dry. Right, Gaz is coming across the line now. That's Oozers in the Ferrari ahead of him, but Oozers is safe up in P4. Gaz and Williams, so his teammates on pole. Sprint race. So remember, I'm saying on pole, that is just for the sprint races. That's got to be added in pole for the actual race. So we're missing Carsey tonight. He's on holiday, I believe. Hope he's having a good time. And it's like we're missing. I've forgotten his name again. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Moomin's teammate. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Has invalidated again. Cool. Or Mark, who's further round. Cool by the pools further round, so. Yeah, Mark would be interesting to watch, really, to see if he's improving on his time he's set on the softs. Cool then, and down to the. Come down. He's coming in 121s. Well, 121 flat. So he does go faster than Mark. So that's up for grabs. Mark is just over 7 tenths up as it stands right now. 3 sets of 2. But that's the first clean lap from Cool by the Pool, and he's 9 tenths off Glasses, so this might have been a bit too quick to retire out. He'll probably be okay. Mark then, a 121.1. It's just half a tenth between him and Cool. Gaz has started again. It's 23.7 in sector 1. 9.9 in sector 2. Get a little bit of a toe down the straight here from Oozers. I didn't do my... Did I do a hilly hot lap? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I did, with Rocket Reed. I nearly forgot. God, my memory is like a sieve. Here comes Gaza then, it's a 23. Changed from a 6 to a 3 on my screen then. Back to Cool. He's into the pits. Mark managing to improve. Didn't get a sector 2 time, so not sure. See what he could do. Oh yeah, sorry, I did say 9 tenths between Glasses and Cool by the Pool earlier on, didn't I? But it's 1.9. My apologies. It looks like this track's just getting wetter and wetter, so at the moment, it's looking like we're done. Let's just see Gaz is improving through sector 2. No, I don't think he was. Stick with him. So are we at a point actually where it'd be the wet tyres now? It does look very wet, to be fair. Well, Gaz is into the pits, that tells us everything. The track's too wet. So I think, guys, that is our qualifying over and done with, pretty much. We've got some people putting laps in, so it's a good chance to practice some wet running. Particularly for those that maybe didn't think of practicing it before. Very nice corner in there from... I think he's probably coming to the end of this. This fuel light's flashing in away. Okay, he's down the dark racing line. I think we're going to see him go into the pits. Yes, we do. I always struggle to slow down in time for the in the race. An absolute pain. Go with Oozers, see how he's just done in the wet. Looks like he's going along quite someone's way. Let's get out his teammate's way. Rocket Reed, who's right on board with. Right, let's order them in a wet. See the difference. To the hairpin. Oh, look at that. Really lit up the revs there. Surprised at that. If I light up the revs like that in the wet, I'm gone. The pit losers waited all that time for him to go past as well. Stradley's out there doing some wet running. Just a 50 seconds left now, guys. So not long. Just a heads up as to what will happen is a break between qualifying and sprint. Then we'll have the sprints. Should be quite a long one. I should imagine it's about 12 laps around here, exactly sure. But I imagine it's in that region. Then we'll have the 50% race, and there'll be a 5-minute break in between sprint and full race. So there we go. Actually, see if Gaza do anything to improve. I mean, he's the only man left in qualifying that maybe could. It just looks to me like the track. So he is still on intermediates, but I think this is full wet weather now here, and that's generally the sign. Yeah, no, 2 seconds down. Weather conditions easily. Conditions, I mean. So that's the end of qualifying. That will be our grid for the sprint race. Into the pits comes Gaza. So just a sprint race. So not great for Gaza in this session. He'll be disappointed, but out for the board. That's what his teammates also. All in all for Williams, not bad really. Gaza knows full well he's perfectly making his way up the order in the races. So Dean will start from pole in the sprint race. Racing J second, Moomin Rider third, Oozers P4, Soul P5, Rocket Reed in 6, Wales 7, Strady 8, Arsehole in 9, Glasgow 10, Classes 11, Cool by the Pool in 12, Mad Mark 13, Gaza 14, and Freeman, who unfortunately got disqualified as he got beached. We'll start from the back with Dean. Quickly scroll through the incidents, but I don't think there was anything there that's likely to be. So, we'll have a quick break now. We got the sprint ever. WAOF1 sprint race should be exciting. See what the weather's like for that. I'll be back myself as I always do, and I'll be back. Right, guys, I'm back with you. Should be coming up pretty close to start time now. I'm grabbing my phone now, and I'll go back through the comments I missed. Jennings Meatbro, you got it right. Why do I keep forgetting his name? I did it last week as well. Anyway, I'm going to go to the top of the comments and work my way down because I haven't seen any of them. Rain, says Mr. Whale. Certainly is. It's Canada, what do you expect? It's always rain. Next thing in the sprint race, we'll have a couple of moose on track somewhere. Oozer says he's out qualified well for the second week in a row. It's currently 2-1 to Oozer's on qualifying. Oozer's, it is a monumental effort. Well done, man. Obviously, it was track early and you did it, so fair play. Well done, my man. Yeah, Meatball said sprint is to be wet too, says Glasgow. So, the way you've said that makes me think that the actual race, the 50% race, is going to be dry, which would be better. I prefer that. Meatball, great result, users. Reed, says Glasgow. Hey, I'm not sure what he meant by that. He just said he tried some practice starts in the rain conditions that didn't go well. Could be fun then, eh? Says Glasgow. Good luck all, says Movement. Yeah, good luck to everyone. Really love you, thank you, man. Yeah, correct, dry race. And love you too. So, we are counting down to the excitement. So I'm not sure exactly how many laps it is, but something in the back of my mind saying 12 or second. Thank you to everybody watching. Outstanding turnout, so thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. The motion lap on flaps. I didn't mind, but it was in the lobby before. I didn't look. Should we check the tyres, guys? I've got a funny feeling everybody's running intermediates. Let's have a look. Oh, look. Oh, no, hang on. One driver's gone for full wets. Mark's gone for full wets. There had to be one, didn't there? There had to be one that made me wrong. Let's go to position change then, so we got that ready for the start of the race. Let's go to Mark. So that is deliberate then, Mark. The race is the track's gonna get wetter as the race goes on, and the people might have to pit. And the track's gonna come to him. Is it a complete accident? He meant to have intermediates. To be fair to him, the track is wet. It is very wet. Is it the other way around? Actually, the track is currently wet conditions, but is going to move towards inters, and everybody else has put inters. I think it's more likely the other way around. I think it's more likely that it's currently inters, but may go to full wets. Seems to be a bit of lagging going on there on my screen. Just realised I got the stream running off my Wi-Fi as well, so let's put that onto my mobile data. So then. Has Mark made an absolute masterstroke here? Obviously, the guys disqualified will just get replaced onto the grid. They don't get to heat their tyres anymore, and that's their sort of punishment, if you like. That's Glasgow and Glasses, but it won't. I shouldn't imagine it would really make any difference. Well, it's a predicted stop strategy of no stop or one stop. We'll see. Obviously, if it's a clean, full race through, it'll be one stop. It'll be no stops, guys. So maybe it's going to stop in a 12-lap race. Don't have to. So to be fair, that's a better view than I get most of the time. Just remove the position so we can see the full screen. All lights on. Short pulls and are out. Oh, and Dean's barely moved. He's bogged right down. He seems to be slow to react. Red Bull moves into P1, Ferrari into 2. Is everybody going to get through okay? So far, very good. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Everybody through okay. Out this corner as well. Everybody is being a little bit sensible, aren't they? And I don't blame them. Good to see. Taking into account the conditions. So, let's get me positions back up then. So Racing J at the moment, already starting to charge out. This guy is absolutely blisteringly fast in the wet. I don't know how he does it, but he does. As Sol moves into P2 with a great move on Oozers. He was saying how bad his race starts were in the wet before the start Oozers, but he actually flew off the line, did really well. Moomin gets past now into P3. Look at the gap Racing J's created, 3.3. It is aided, of course, by the fact that these guys have been fighting in P2, but... Well, we mentioned about Mark. He's currently up 6 places into P7. It could be an absolute masterstroke from Mark. Not sure what's happened to well, but he's fallen down to the back, so... Rocket Reed's also fallen down, so whether something happened between them, I'm not sure, but it could have been. So Oozer's just falling down the order a bit, struggling a little bit in this early part. Did an absolute grand job to qualify 4th. Absolutely flew off the line as well. Was up into P2 for the start of this race. So, cool by the pool. Just dropped down a little bit. Take a look at him. It's to be okay. Just lost a few places is all. Can't see any damage or anything, so it looks like he's okay. Just struggling a little bit. Mark now up to P6. Let's go to Mark. He's now on the back of his teammate. So, it's really interesting seeing this actually. Mark absolutely flying up 7 places. Freeman up 8. That is different. Mark's on the full wets, Freeman's on the inters, so both absolutely flying at the start, but gotta say that if Mark can really get on the back of his teammate, at the moment there's still like 7 temps between them. If Mark really gets on the back of him, then Stradey needs to let him go, so that Mark can take advantage of the period of this race where the wets are the better tyre. But at the moment, he's not really close enough. He needs to get like sort of under half a second at least before Stradey would consider doing that. I don't know how quick this track is drying up. I can't see any puddles. Shiny surfaces, but I think it is drying up. So I suspect that those tyres are going to gradually go away from Mark. He's made up the places at the starts. It's just whether he can hold on to them now. Our pole man Dean's dropped down to P4. We saw him. It's not too bad considering he really did. He seems to just completely miss the lights going out and completely bogged down. So, yeah, look, Mark's going faster. He's doing his PB at the moment, but he's struggling to stay on the back of Stradey. Stradey is on the back of Dean at the moment. So I think we've already reached a point where the weather conditions may be switching over. One thing I could tell you though, you're not going to... Oh, and that was Dean. Dean's lost it on the chicane. Into the pit wall. Not the wall of champions, but the pit wall. I don't think there's any damage. Let me just take a look at the left end plate. Ah, the left end plate is missing. So yes, there is a bit of damage there. It's recovered. He's still going in P7. Grass is on the back of him. Ah, and Oozers has dropped down to the back. He can't have dropped down because of being overtaken that much. He must have had a spin or something. As Whale gets past Ferrari of Rocket Reed. don't forget, safety cars are possible in the sprint race, so there's always a chance it could get closed back up again, but Dean Bryce and Glasses are fighting. Remember, Dean Bryce has lost his end plate, his left end plate, so it's going to be around right-hand corners that he struggles most, which of course the hairpin is. Jeez. Have I just got completely confused? I thought that was Dean competing with Glasses, and actually it was Glasses and Arsehole. I'm not entirely sure. Glasses did pick up a penalty though, which was 3 seconds. Yeah, so just to note a bit more that Mark is falling off his teammate quite drastically now. He's 3 seconds down now. So it's just further confirmation, really, that the track is getting drier. But it has worked out for him so far, hasn't it? Up 8 places. If he can even hold it onto that for... If he even held on to like P7, it would still have been a great strategy that's worked out for him. So, as we get a yellow, and I think that's Oozers. There's Racing J, sets another fastest lap of the race. You'll see that because the track's drying out, so you're going to see him consistently set fastest laps. As I said, he's absolutely lightning in the wet. He really is. And I've asked him to tell me how he does it, but he refuses. Says he won't do it. Which is a bit mean, really, because I'm so nice to him in commentary. I think he should tell me how to do it. Zarsol gets ahead of Glasses for P8. And Bryce picks up a 3 seconds as well. They could hurt those 3 seconds that they're picking up. Liam Ash has joined, so I know there was one driver that did ask if they could join in the sprint race, so I assume that's Liam. Hey Baz. That's just back past Arzol now. Seems to run wide in the hairpin. I think he's going to come under attack, is he? And Cool goes to the inside. Yeah, Cool's got this. Oh, what happened? I don't know who that was. I swear there was somebody on the right. It was Glasses. Something happened to Glasses and he's ended up having to pit. And he retires from a session. His retirements during a session are getting annoying. Yeah. Alfa Romeo's fighting a little bit, but mutual respect from them, of course, for trying to work together. You've got to give it to Man Mark. He's keeping the gap ahead of Freeman. So over 8 tenths at the moment. He's really holding on. Even if he was to lose that place to Freeman and drop to 6th, the next car behind would be Dean Bryce. Well, so much just happened because Freeman suddenly dropped to 2.5 seconds back. So he's clearly had a moment or something there. But yeah, the next car behind behind Freeman is Dean, and he's got a penalty, so it's not looking like Mark would likely drop down any further. I'll give it to Sol as well. What a great job he's doing in P2. Let's go to this one. It's a close battle. Oh, Seema, go away. Nobody asked you. Delete message. Man. There we go. Right, credits dry race, yeah, well, I don't know. Yo guys, hey Baz. Just finished work, driving home and got the string plugged into my car. Awesome. Don't get tempted to go for an overtake, mine. Baz. Gotta give it to Sol, ain't you? What a great job he's doing defending from movement all this time. He's looking, has had to pit. Don't forget there are points available for the sprint race, so same as real life, so it's 8 for the winner, down to 1 for 8th place, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straddy's now picked up a penalty. It's, definitely see the difference, can't you? Mark's fallen 6 seconds behind, but he seems to still have the pace. Somehow, to keep it ahead of Freeman quite comfortably at the moment. It's just as the track dries out, it's going to make it harder and harder. Oh! Freeman at a moment. Looks like he kept it out of order, did he? I'm not sure, there might be an end plate missing. There is an end plate missing. The left end plate on that car as well. So, 6th and 7th, Freeman and Dean have both got their left end plates missing now. Which will make those right-handers a bit more difficult. Remember, when the game was first released, it seemed to make the car better when you lost the end plates, but a bit different now. They patched that. And Racing J picks up a penalty, but such is his lead, it's not going to make any difference. Incredibly impressive drive from Racing J. I don't know how he does this. I've raced with him in the wet and it just blows your mind. So, Rocket Reed picks up 3 seconds. Again, no, as it stands right now, that's not going to hurt him any further, so... Sure it's wrong, Gaza. He's not himself, is he? I don't know if something happened with Gaza to make him fall as far behind as that, but he just don't seem to be himself at the moment. 3 seconds for Freeman. Okay. But what that does mean is that this battle now, Rail would jump both the two in front of him just for staying on the back of them. But Freeman and Dean are genuinely fighting for position here now, so both on 3 seconds. Is that Whale getting frisky with Dean? I think it is. So, said, Whale could comfortably, as users retires from the session. I think that is a crash, actually. Ooh. Watch out, watch out! Oh, my word. We're too late in the race for a safety car, so it's not going to cause a safety. Oh, thank goodness it goes. I didn't realise it was on Ghost then. I thought... Oh, that was lucky. Right, back to these 3 then. Well, he's still there, isn't he? Yeah, he is. I can understand Well would want to try and get ahead of them, but the fact is the next place car, Mark, is so far at the road. He'd probably be better off just sitting there now, but having said that, Corporal Arsehole is catching them. This. I'm only thinking along the lines of, you know, he don't want to push too hard, pick up a penalty himself, or even worse, be involved in an incident. As Moomin picks up 3 seconds, well, That helps Sol hold on to that P2. The leaders are on to the last lap of the sprint race, so we will switch to Racing J in a bit. Also, we've barely seen him because he just disappeared. I am told that the 50% race will be dry. Called by the pool now picks up 3 seconds. Yeah, and I don't think that's going to have any effect on standings. Let's just quickly have a look. Penalties, so... well, Dean's got 6 seconds now. So that's actually going to end up dropping down 3 places, I think. So Wales, Arsehole and Glasgow will all get promoted one. Some point now, Glasgow's got a header called by the pool. They may have switched positions, and if they've done that, then that's worked out, because it's going to end up gaining Glasgow a position because the penalties. As long as he stays close enough, because it is quite close, that gap. Let's go to Racing J, obviously. Say we've not seen him since we watched the back of his car disappearing at the start of the race, basically. So, congratulations to Racing J, who takes the win in the sprint race. Will start from pole in the 50% race and takes the 8 points. Sol Free with an outstanding performance for P2 and held off Moomin for so long in P3. Striding across the line for 4. Mark, who has done an absolute master strategy, master stroke, whatever you want to call it, takes P5, having started on the wet tyres, and the only ones to do so. Freeman takes 6, but Whale promoted above him. Arsehole P8, Dean P9, was P9, Glasgow gets promoted, so did hold that gap. Dean down to 10 then, called by the pool, P11, Rocket Reed 12, Gaza, whatever reason, down behind. I don't know what's happened to him, but I'm sure that won't be the case in the main feature race. So, and obviously we lost Oozers and Glasses, who will start 14th and 15th. So guys, that was our first sprint race, and it was in wet conditions. Driver of the day for the sprint race given to Freeman by the game. We don't really do a driver of the day for the sprint race, but I'll give it to Mark in a way. I must admit, I feel a bit mean not giving it to Sol or Racing J, because both of them did outstanding as well, but Mark's decision to start on wets and to come up the field like the way he did was immense, so fair play to him, and he gets my sprint driver of the day. Not that actually gets you anything, Mark, but other than some prestige, maybe. That's the sprint race results. I just pressed race director because I wanted to get the instance, but it just disappeared. It keeps doing that in sprint races. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, if you set up for the dry, mate, then yes, it is at the moment. Great to see so many cross the finish line. Oozers unfortunately crashed, but I don't know why Glasses retired. He retired in the pits, but I don't know why. Yeah, bad luck, Oozers. Moment, I honk. No, you don't. Got you off the line though. No worries, Mark. Fair play to you, man. Absolute genius starting on those wets. Obviously, it's getting a bit more difficult as the race went on, but it worked. Got you up the places to start with, so yeah, great work, and from your teammate as well. So starting nice and high up the grid. Anyway, guys, as we know, we have a break now, so for the 50% race, which I'm promised is going to be dry, which I'm really pleased about because I think that will make for better racing throughout. We hope, and I'll be back for that in just a moment. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry I've missed the start of the formation lap, but there we go. Just to go back, Glasgow says Glasses retired with damage after hitting me. Okay. At least it didn't take you out, mate. But there we go. As you can see, Liam Ash has joined us. I'm really glad that's happened because I actually genuinely wasn't sure if you could join in a sprint race. I assumed you could, but I didn't know if you'd be able to choose your car. So we'll find out if he has. So I think he is in the right car, but whether that's just a stroke of luck or not, I don't know. Mind you, I'm used to seeing Liam in a McLaren in another league, so could be my mind playing tricks on me. Oh, Racing G has a little moment there. Anyway, tyres, guys. So Racing J starting on the hards. As you can see, it's a mixture of hards and softs through the field. We're playing the olds. When's the safety car going to come out? Game comes. Will it come out at the right time for the medium drivers? Will it come out at the right time for the hard drivers? We will find out. Will it come out at all? Let's hope not. I'm trying to get into the Discord to the standings really quickly, but I don't know if I'm going to get there in time, so they're almost at the grid. If Dean Bryce is listening, I've just seen your message, mate. I'll get back to you after the race. No, I'm going to have to give up, guys. I can't even find the channel, let alone standings. So, let's forget that one for the moment and get to the race so that on the lights come. And out they go. It was a long pause. Race J's reacted really well. Sol reacted well as well. Up to third goes Stroudy. Moving down to fourth. But it's still side by side. Coming through the right-hander. It looks like Stroudy's consolidated that one. And is into P3. So good start from the Mercedes man. Whale has gotten into P5 ahead of Mark. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. It's an Alfa Romeo. It's Glasgow. It's ran the wrong way. Just looking at the car, I can't see any obvious damage, so hopefully he can just get on his way and continue on with the race. So, anyway, back to the action. We're on with movement at the moment in P4. Can't really see if we can get back past Stroudy in the Mercedes, but DRS obviously won't activate until lap 3. Making this straight pretty difficult to get a move on. Although it did look like... No. Oh, there's one. So that is Glasses getting past Dean Bryce for P8. So Glasses... Wow, what a start from Glasses. Up 7 places already. So that's the end of lap 1. Almost got through instant free on lap 1. I just... Glasgow ended up the wrong way. I didn't see it, so I'm not sure what happened, but he is on his way, and he does seem to be damage free. And I can see that he's carried on past the pits, so that's good news. Just go down to Oozers, who is right on the back of Gaza here. I'm not sure why, but Gaza doesn't seem... Oh, Freeman is off. But again, seems to be okay. Can't see any obvious damage on there. It'll give me the other view so that I can actually just double check. Be nice. Oh, alright then, don't bother. Yeah, no, damage free there, so that's good. Dean has picked up a penalty. He's the first to do so. I'm just going to keep an eye on Gazza's time to Liam, because about 2.2 seconds at the moment. Gazza is usually fighting up for decent points, so unusual seeing down there in P13. Obviously a lot of race left yet to go, but quickly nip down to Rocket Reed, who's just made a move on Dean. That's for P9, so Ferrari up into P9 now, and he'll get after Glasses. So far, this is what we like to see. Remember, it's quite a short lap Canada, hence the 35 laps in a 50% race, so 70 laps in a full race around here. Actually, I think it's 71, if my memory serves me right. I do full races in my team races, so just to mention that Glasgow down at the back, he is actually catching. So obviously Freeman had an incident, so he's only 4.7 now off of Freeman, but he is actually catching because the gap was about 11 seconds. It's down to 9 something. So goes at the moment. Glasgow making a good job of trying to catch back up to the back of the field. Moomin has dropped now to P5 as well, gets through. So our winner last week, Moomin. And I think Oozers has had a moment at the hairpin. Usually, assuming it's not a contact thing, which I don't think it would have been for Oozers then, as Freeman picks up 3 seconds, it's the getting on the power out of the hairpin. It can be dodgy. Smooth on the throttle, baby. Glasses picks up 3 seconds. Just looking through here, trying to find the best battle for us, and well, on the back of Stradey may be just that. So we do have DRS now that activated last lap. Stradey is not within a second of the driver ahead, which is Sol. So Whale will have the DRS advantage down the straight. If we see the boss man move into a podium position, and yes, he's got it done before we reach the chicane. So into P3 goes the boss man, and he'll see if he can get after Sol. A moment, Racing J bossing this race, just looked like he did the wet one. Not getting away as quick, but still getting away. As Glasses was at the inside of Arsol into turn 1. Oh! Ferrari takes a dive. It looked like Arsol had to sort of back out, and the Ferrari just a little bit of a dive at the inside, but I don't think it was purposeful. I think it was more because of Arsol sort of having to drop out. It caught him by surprise, but hopefully now that's all over. Hopefully Arsol can get back into his rhythm now. Oh, and the Ferrari's round. Reed. Oh, Reed. Can't reset to track, mate. That's an absolute no-no. I think that'll be a penalty coming your way. If you can hear me, Reed, and that was the game that did that to you, clip it quickly. Oh, Marks ended up off track. Back up and running now. It's not too bad. He's got going again in P5, so it's not too bad. As Stroudy's gotten into P3 ahead of Sol. So how's Sol? Something's happened to Sol then. He's dropped down from P2. To P4. So clearly something happened there. At the moment, there's some rather surprising things going on. Moomin seems to be struggling. 2.5 seconds off a mark. He's got Glasses all over the back of him. It's not great. I don't know. Just surprises you when someone like Moomin's struggling. There's penalties flying up all over the place now. It's not a shock for Canada in their dry, by the way. It really wouldn't be a shock if only 2 or 3 people have a completely penalty-free race. And Whale is round at the hairpin. And he loses out all the way down to Oozers. Is Dean close enough? He's not, so he drops down to P7 from P2. So Stradey now up into P2. And we've got an instant, we've got a Red Bull round, I think it's Freeman. Again at the hairpin. The hairpin seems to be causing all sorts of problems at the moment for the whole field. It's really surprising. Just a shout to about Gaz. I said about watching that gap earlier on, and he has, as you can see, exposed up to Liam. So it looks like whatever was hampering Gaza previously, it looks like he's got out of his system and he's up and running properly now. He's caught Liam. Liam is no slouch of a driver, by the way, so let's just make that clear. It's done well to catch him. So, regarding strategy, guys, I'm just trying to think. 35 lap race, so 17 and 18 you're not going to do. You're looking around, I would imagine, 15 laps on mediums, 20 on hards, I would guess. But the hard drivers have the option of, the medium starters have the option of pitting quite a big window for the hards. So that was Glasses getting past Dean Bryce, so that puts Alpine into P6 and P7 now. Whale showing immense pace earlier on. I'm just going to switch to tyres because I think we might be reaching a point where the mediums might. I think we might be getting close in a way to a crossover point between the two sets of tyres. We're pretty much halfway through the medium stint. The only problem Alpine have got here is they both started on the mediums and they're right next to each other on track, so it's going to have to be one of those. Whether they're in a chat together, I don't know, but maybe a case that Glass is just going to need to, unless he gets past Whale, he's going to need to pretty much stay out, and as it looks like Freeman's round again. Not happening for Freeman this week, is it? Got a great race last week. But, whatever reason, not happening tonight so far. A long way to go, as we know. With F1, anything could change in a heartbeat. So, Newman has now caught the back of Mark then, so this is a battle for 4th place, and Newman looks like he's got a run here. Let's go actually on board. Mark leaves him enough room on the inside. They have a little bit of a contact, but not much. So you would think that come the main straight, sector 2, I think that's Gaza. Yeah, it was Gaza. Sorry, let's get back to that battle. I think on this straight, though, surely Mooman's going to have too much. He's already alongside. And I think Mark realised that, and so didn't expend any energy trying to defend it. Save that for when it's much more useful. Mooman, of course, will get the DRS here as well, so now Mark will want to try and stay on the back of him if he can and pick up his DRS, because he could use Mooman here as a way of catching up to Sol if he could stay on his DRS, but if he falls out he's going to come vulnerable to Whale. That's the only thing. Look at Racing J absolutely dominating again, completely flawless as he spins round and loses the lead to Stroudy. A complete and utter unforced error for Racing J. That's what can happen when you're all alone. You just lose concentration. And Racing J spins, Stroudy takes the lead. Sol is coming under attack from Moomin. Is he going to run out of tarmac here, Moomin? No, he's got it done just in time for the braking zone. And up into P3 goes Moomin, and suddenly sees that the next car up the road, instead of being Stroudy, is Racing J. Just a second and a half up the road. I can't even call that a commentator's curse, because I'm pretty sure he actually spun before I said it, so I can't be accused of cursing someone just for thinking something, surely. So that's just settled down a little bit now. Cool by the Pool picks up 3 seconds. He's currently on the back of Dean Bryce, and in turn has Rocket Reed on the back of him. I'm just going to put my phone back on charge quickly. Oh. Right, so can't Cool do anything about Dean. I think I might just switch here. Let's just watch this actually down the straight, and then we'll switch to the leaders. So, it just doesn't look like Cool's got the straight line speed. He had DRS there and it didn't seem to do anything. Now he's got to run out of here. He's got to run out the chicane. But look, he doesn't have the straight line speed. He's got barely any energy, mind, so that doesn't help. He's going to have a look at for it. That would have been a bit of a lunge, to be honest. But he did back out of it in time. We've got a set to 2 yellow. Can't actually see on track who that might be. So Reed is into the pits. So he was on the back of these guys. Maybe opts in. Maybe thinks that maybe he's got the pace over them. So deciding to take a stop earlier for an undercut. And he gets out just ahead of Glasgow. Well, again... Oh, Gazza pitted, okay. So I'm not sure why he pitted, but Gazza pitted to mediums. And just looking at the leaders. Well, Racing J's got ahead of Stridey. Now, who's got DRS? Racing J has. So he actually got past before the DRS activated. Goes through the final corner brilliantly. You still get DRS here, remember. So... Stridey getting a good toe off him though to stay in there. Newman's right on the back of him now as well. And I think you'll see Racing J gradually pull away. Bearing in mind he's still penalty free. He's had the incident where he spun, but he is penalty free, which is at the moment as it stands is a big advantage for him. Just coming back down to Dean and Cool by the Pool. Still looks like our most likely overtake, although Liam is right on the back of Corporal Arsehole as well. It looks like Cool by the Pool's got the speed over Dean through all the corners, so it does look like Dean's running a much lower downforce because Dean runs wide. I mean, you would say here, surely he's going to get the overtake, but he just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed. Well, Wales just moved into P4 ahead of Sol. Again, look at it, he just doesn't make any impacts at all. Where is he with his energy Cool? 16%, he's on the same amount as Dean, so he must have been saving it. Glasses is into the pit, Sol's into the pit. Could be a good move from Sol to pit there. He's moving on to hards. Well, unbelievably, Glasses has put softs on. So he'll be back in again in about 6 laps, 7 laps time, something like that. So they won't last long. And Glasses was having a good race, but why on earth he's pitted to softs, I don't know. Oh, and Cool by the Pool's round. Oh, be careful. Just clattered the barrier with his left rear. He's going to lose out to Liam Ash. And Corporal Arsehole is... Moomin has had an incident and has dropped down to P6. Oh, frustrating for Moomin Rider. Glasgow picks up 3 seconds. Well, I said it wouldn't be that shocking to see only 2 or 3 drivers penalty free come the end at Canada in the dry, but I didn't expect there to only be like 4 just coming up to halfway through the race. So Wales is on to softs. There's others doing it. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Are they expecting rain? Is that why they're thinking a soft stint now before the rain? I was of the understanding it was a full dry race. As Moomin also pits the softs, he drops down to P14. It's got to hurt for Moomin. And, well, somebody's having to race in J again. He's down to P3. And the Mercedes are now 1-2. And I'll tell you what, Mark will make that Mercedes as wide as he possibly can, if he has to. Let's just go down a bit. Glasses on softs then, he's caught the back of Sol. So no, Sol didn't get DRS. Don't know if Glass is going to get close enough for the chicane, but if he gets a toe, closes up, he might get a better chicane. No, it doesn't look to me like he's going to get it done into turn 1. Starts getting the overspeed now, look, but no, nowhere near for turn 1. And of course, to make it a little bit more difficult, Sol's very close to getting within DRS range of Call by the Pool. Which we can get before the next straight would be ideal, and he is now within the 1 second. So he is going to get that DRS Pool. As well, goes for a move on Liam Ash. He makes that up the inside before the right-left chicane. And that is back into P5. Still really surprised people are switching softs. I'm not quite on the same wavelength here. So these guys, I don't know what's going on. As Gaza gets past... Oh, Glasgow's at a moment. Freeman getting on with it. Obviously Freeman and Freeman will be hoping for a safety car. So now, we were seeing Call by the Pool struggling in a straight line to get past anyone. Or to get past Dean specifically. But Corporal Arsehole gets past Glasses. The Glasses is on 3 lap old softs. Corporal Arsehole is on 16 lap old hards, and he's just got past. Oh, come on now. That's a bit silly. I didn't see... I think it just got saying someone's left a session, but I didn't see you. Let's go on board and do a quick... Oozers gets past Arsehole. Just going to do a quick sweep through, see if somebody's ghosting. Looks like Glasgow is... Just invite him back. So as it stands right now, the top 4 haven't pitted. Whale has. I'm really changing my mind on this. I think Whale might have played an absolute blinder. Just looking at his gap to the guys ahead. It's not a long pit stop here, so it's not a huge one. But Arsehole into the pits. Glasgow's AI goes into the pits. I'm not sure why he's left. I've invited him back, that's all I could do. But, Mark's... Bear in mind where Mark started from in the sprint. He's currently running P2. Okay, he hasn't pitted yet, nor have the guys around him. So he's currently running P2. Keeping Racing J back for the moment. But most importantly, is penalty free. Now I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure which is stronger around here between the undercut and the overcut. My suspicion is it'd be the overcut, just simply because of the sector 1, such a twisty turning sector. It's on cold tyres, it's going to be a bit slow, so I would imagine the overcut's the stronger one around here, but I'm not 100% sure on that at all. But you have to give it to Mark, he's doing an absolutely remarkable job at the moment. As Reed gets past Glasses, there are little signs that these softs are not lasting long enough, if I'm honest. Glasses dropping down against drivers on, well, on hard tyres. Sartol picks up 3 seconds. So he's still penalty free. We've got Mark penalty free, Oozers penalty free, and Gaza penalty free. Oh, Glasgow's back. He's going to find that his car has pitted him. He's also going to find that it's now a lap down, that's Stradey ahead of him. So, Racing J. Don't seem to be able to get a move done on Mark, does he? And no, he's not going to be anywhere near close enough. It's turn 1. Right, so Dean's now pitted from the top 4. I mean, that's important for Dean to get that pit stop done because his battle really is with Whale for me. And Dean now onto fresh mediums. So until Whale comes in, he's going to be quicker on those mediums. Or should be. Liam Ash and Cool by the Pool also in. Oh, there's just a downside there for Dean. He's come out right behind Glasses, whose soft tyres are going to be starting to go. Obviously, it's not going to affect him straight away because he's got to get the mediums up to temperature, but once he does, that could be a problem, or pose a problem. As, I think, who is that? That's Freeman. I think, is it the World Champions? Yeah, and he's lost his wing. So, difficult day for Freeman is getting more difficult as it stands right now, but said there's a long way to go yet, and okay, we're over halfway through, but well, the problem for Freeman, of course, is that he's a lap down. Oh, is he actually? No, I say that. No, he's not yet, actually. Stradey's on the back of him, so he's about to be a lap down. As Oozers gets past Liam Ash. Oh, Liam Ash is battling with Oozers. Liam Ash, of course, on brand new medium tyres. 21 laps Oozers has done on those mediums. I think it's... I can only assume he's trying to push them out to go to softs till the end. But they are struggling. There's no doubt about it. It's Moomin pits. So he's only on 6 lap old softs and they're gone. Enough for him to pit some mediums. Glasses picks up a penalty. He must have needed a new wing there as well. Moomin. Off he goes. Me lagging a little bit. Seems to be that it was taking a forever pit stop, but I think it was just me lagging a little bit. Okay, Freeman's in the back. Maybe if we can get these fresh mediums on. Or wasn't he just on mediums? So they are getting to the second set of medium tyres, are they? Or was he on hards? I thought he was on mediums. I just checked that. Race director. Freeman. No, this is hard to mediums. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, let me out. Can I get out, please? Oh, God. What is it doing? Let me out. I think I'm going to have to leave and join back in, guys. I pulled out all the money. Re-enter it. It was showing results from the race. I just red flagged the race just because I wanted to check the race director. Hope it hasn't. Sure it hasn't. We'll get back in as quick as we can, guys. Oh, go away. Downloading content. That's long enough. So hopefully not to miss too much here. Sorry about that, guys. All I did was go into race direction. It wouldn't let me out the menu, so I had to close down and go back in. We haven't missed too much. Still on that 20. We're just gone on to 25. Let's get the details back up. So the front three staying out. They're all going for the switch to softs. I'm just gonna take a quick look. I'm just gonna change to the gap to leader instead of interval. So at the moment, Dean and Whale 19.2 and 22.5. So they are not out of this at all yet, those guys. Mark has... The only thing that has happened, I think, is Mark's picked up a penalty. And now Gaza is the only penalty-free driver on the track. Let's just go to tyres then. So, here we have it. Oozes into the pit and onto a fresh set of softs. It's a little early for going to the end of the race, but he might be able to push that out. Gaza recovering this drive up to P9 now, and okay, he's on 15 lap old mediums. I'd back Gaza to take those to the end. We saw the oozers look to start going off around about lap 21, 22. So Gaza would need to go a bit longer than that, but Gaza's pretty good on his tyres, so we might be able to get a bit more from this race yet. We'll see. That's bad news for an extra 3 seconds. Just as this race is coming towards him. So who out of these top 3 are going to act first? None of them want to. Racing J is back into the lead, but right, Mark's acted first. I was about to say, it's best if Mark acts first, because Racing J can't ignore it. So, if Mark acts first, starts putting in some laps, Stradley stays out and looks for an overcut on Racing J. That's Could be Mercedes working together here. Whether they're talking to each other and doing it purposely, or whether there's a bit of luck involved, I don't know. But Mark has just come out right behind Dean Bryce, who's on 6-lap-old mediums. So that was what I was saying. The race was coming towards Dean and Whale, and the fact that Mark's come out just behind Dean, it's a bit of a pain, if I'm honest, for Mark. And that's a sector 3, and we have lost Glasses once again out of the session. Oh, and this time he's retired it on track. I think, personally, guys, this is the end for me for Glasses. I think that's got to be... Well, it's either the end or he's a stern telling off, I'm afraid, because that's not good enough. Retired in the pits in the sprint, has now retired from a point-scoring position in the race on track. So, into the pits comes Racing J and Stroudy. Reed moves into the lead. I hadn't even looked at Reed. How's he taking the lead? I'm completely confused. How is Reed taking the lead? I must have completely missed him. And he's got a chance here as Reed. But Mark, look at Mark. He's got the jump on Racing J and Stroudy completely. Dean gets ahead of both of them. Mark's past Dean. So Mark, the undercut has worked wonderfully for Mark. Now, you were saying earlier on, I don't know which is stronger between the undercut and the overcut. I'm not 100% sure that's proof. I think it's because they're on such highly worn hard tyres. That Mark coming out on the softs, they don't take anywhere near as long to warm up the softs. So I think that's a great shout from Mark. And well, he's flying towards driver of the day is Mark at the moment. To be honest, there's no one in the same stratosphere as he is so far. Although I have to give it. I don't know where Reed's come from. I thought Dean and Whale were the next two drivers behind the top 3. So I've completely missed that somehow. I'm just going to grab my phone back a second. Should have enough juice now to get to the end. So at the moment, what we got then? What's actually going on? Mark's got a good 3-second lead over Racing J currently. He's catching. Let me just get this back to interval. It's just confusing me. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong thing there. Interval. There we go. Right then. So, Racer J's close to the back of Mark now. As Gaza can't push those tyres out, so he's had to pit. But looking at the track map, I think he'll get out ahead of anybody behind him. So he's got a free pit stop. And he can go to softs, so he might be able to nick the fastest lap. He's going to get out as Gaza ahead of anyone, surely. It's a line. Oh no, he's not. He's going to drop a couple of places, but he's got nice fresh softs to get back through on. And I believe he's still penalty free, isn't he, Gaza? Yeah, he is. So, have it. Here's Racing J then. Gets past Mark. I still haven't got the slightest clue where Rocket Reed came from. He just appeared in the lead somehow. I'm not sure what's going on there as Racing J sets fastest lap of the race, 1:12.3. But they are closing in on Rocket Reed. It's just what lap will these softs get to before they just start disappearing as Glasgow retires from the session in the pits. Freeman in as well. Freeman's going to stick some softs on. He might have a little look at the fastest lap maybe. Cool, Pool gets ahead of Dean for P6. So Racing J now on the back of Rocket Reed. His tyre's only 3 laps old. I don't know about... Oh, do I look at penalties or not? So Rocket Reed can defend that this time, but is he going to be able to defend into turn 1? Surely Racing J is going to get this done. Yeah. Oh, where he does turn in. To be fair, Racing J wasn't fully alongside really, so defending and we'll continue on. You'd think it's just a matter of time. The only thing on Rocket Reed's side here is that he's got more energy as well. Picks up another 3 seconds. He's in. I know he's on at least 9 now. Well, but we will take a look at the penalties before the end, guys. But so that we know where our battles really are. But so Racing J does get past Reed then. Let's take a look at the penalties and I think because we need to know what's happened. Oh, Racing J's on 9 seconds. So Reed has to try and stay within 6 seconds of Racing J. For that matter, so does Mark. In fact, you'd think Mark's the more likely one because he's also on softs. Mark doesn't need to do anything special here. Be patient, wait for the big straight to get the move under DRS but while Racing J's got Rocket Reed behind him, maybe holding Mark up a little bit, he's going to feel a slight possibility that he might be able to get this win as Reed picks up another 3 seconds. Oh, is that Oozers then? Oh, the Ferrari was Oozers. I thought Rocket Reed was round for a second, but he's not. So then, so important now. Look at the line there that Mark takes. I don't think he's done exactly what he meant to there, but I think he was trying to go for a sort of slingshot to help him with a straight line speed, but not quite worked there just now. But the gap's stretched now to 3.5 seconds because of that to Racing J, so he's got to be careful. Going on to lap 34, it's just 2 laps remaining. So Leon gets a 3-second penalty. Gaza back in the points in P10, still the only penalty-free man. He's close enough to Moomin that he's going to move ahead of Moomin, so he's guaranteed P9. But after that, I don't think there's any more places, even though there's some big penalties in there. Bit of a shame for him, but in the end, it's going to turn out to be a good couple of points for Gaza. But now, it seems that Mark's not finding it so easy to get back within the 1 second now. So that to me is maybe an indication that the softs have gone, and that Rocket Reed may well be able to keep this gap down. We'll have to see. Loads of energy, Rocket Reed. Surely he used that on the last. Look at Racing J is out of energy. He's doing everything he can to try and push this out. Mark is back within the 1 second. Reed needs to hold on for 3 attempts, but we know he's got all that energy to use. Final lap, Reed, you may as well use it. So, sorry, let's go back to penalties just to double check it, but I assume Reed is going to open up his energy down the main straight, down the long straight. But I feel he's falling too far back. Half a second, even for the amount of energy he's got, half a second surely too much to make up. Here he turns it on. Racing J is out of energy completely, 0%. Sector 1 yellow. I'm not too worried about that, guys. So despite being able to expel energy all down the straight, Reed only really gained a tenth there. Racing J crosses the line in first, but Mark wins due to keeping the lowest amount of penalties. Mad Mark wins in Canada. Racing J demoted to P2, Reed demoted to P3, Stroudy P4, with a very good race actually, Stroudy, well done man, and Whale P5, despite the 17 seconds of penalties he's held on to P5, P6 for Cool by the Pool, P7 Dean Bryce, Sol actually gets promoted up due to penalties, so Sol 7, Dean Bryce 8, Gaza looking like P9, he's actually got that on track rather than on penalties. I don't think the gap's too big, so he won't move up at all, but still a well-earned couple of points. Williams P8, P9, so a double point score for them. Moomin will take the final point. Liam will cross the line. P11, just outside, just unlucky. Corporal Arsehole will be our last finisher. Oozers P13, Freeman 14, they both finished already. Corporal Arsehole then finishes P12. All in all, pretty good race. And Mark, I've got to say, he's given a great victorious shout in the chat, and I don't blame him. What a race. What a race. Let's see the celebrations. Celebrate on the podium. Don't forget, guys, we will get them in for a quick chat. 3 podium boys. There's without doubt in my mind, there's no question over driver of the day today. Even if I don't take into account the sprint race, Mark is driver of the day today without even a shadow of doubt. But if I take into the sprint race as well, it's in a completely different stratosphere for that one today. So fair play. He does take home the most amount of points for the weekend as well. 4 from the sprint race, 25 from the race. Let's get them in then. So let me just do the scrolling first. So scroll down there. You let me invite these guys. So invite to a party. So there's the invites all sent out. So Jay's in. Comes in singing, so happy. Is it gonna? Yeah, I'll get down the instance first, just so we've got those for the stewards. Hopefully, there's an awful lot. That's because of all the penalties. I didn't get through them all, but hopefully got enough. Yeah, well, thanks, man. Anyway, is everybody in? I didn't see if Stradey popped up or not. No, he hasn't. You're in there, Stradey, are you? They're not actually showing up, but there we go. All right then. Well, Stridey then. P3 mate. Awesome result. Had a really good race, to be honest. Really impressed. Um, how was it from your point of view? He's not there, is he? I knew it. Who said I'm here when I said Stridey's not in? Oh. He can't be shy. He's always online and on Twitch and all that. Oh, does he? I thought it was Twitch he was on. All right. Maybe he's shy and he don't want to join in. Never mind. We can't win them all. Right then. Okay. Well, let's speak to just in case he joins. Let's go the opposite direction as usual. Then, so we'll go with the winner first. So Mark. I know. Yeah, that was you, mate. I know. Shocking. Um, no, seriously, massive well done today. That's one of the best performances I've seen, actually, to be honest, because you're starting a sprint race nearly from the back, and somebody whispered in your ears to start on wet tires, and you did. Everybody else started intermediates, and so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. So you started off obviously gained a lot of places in the sprint race, gave you the better chance in the race, and I was saying in commentary actually that I generally wasn't sure whether the overcut or the undercut was stronger here because it's a short lap and sector one is very twisty and turny, so you could think that the overcut, but I don't know whether it's because the other guys are on the very worn hards at that point that maybe is what made the undercut work, but it worked brilliantly. Yeah, 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 yeah. I must admit, Rocket Reed didn't even come into my equations at any point, and then all of a sudden I saw him up in P1, and I was like, "Hang on, where did he come from?" Yeah, just the hards are a bit too worn for him to be able to hold anybody off. But he did a great job though. But Yeah, fair play, Mark. Congratulations on the win, and driver of the day as well. So you get the bonus point for that. I don't, to be quite honest, driver of the day wise, you're in a different stratosphere to everybody else, buddy, on that one today. So fair play to you. So congratulations, Racing J. Congratulations, mate. It's P2. In terms of championship, it's a good result, no doubt about that. And in all fairness, you dominated the sprint race. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're unbelievably quick in the wet. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I seriously don't. But fair play. So you won the sprint race, and it was looking like it might be equally as dominating the feature race. But a little spin caught you out. I think when you were leading by about 5 seconds or something. I think. Yeah. So no. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Certainly. I mean, yeah. I think there's without doubt you were the quickest driver on the track today, Racing J, which I think you've got to be pretty pleased with. I know Carsey went there. I know Meat Bro wasn't there, but regardless of that, maybe not. But yeah, Moomin was still there, and he struggled today. Finished up P10 in the end, and there's still some very fast guys out there. So you've got to be pretty happy that you showed that sort of pace. And as I said, for championship purposes, it's a great result. So you know, yeah, uh, yeah, yeah. It's a different race, isn't it? It's like I don't know. It's just I don't know how to say it really. It's just different. There's no strategy involved. It's just basically medium tires and or in this case intermediates and goes go to the end. I don't know how often we are doing it, but this is race three, so we might be doing it every three races. I'm not sure. Um, to give that little bit extra entertainment, but yeah, yeah. Well, other than that, a shout out to Strider. He's not joined, but well done to Strider on P3. And Rocket Reed as well. He surprised everybody at the end there. So fair play. And anybody picked up points, of course. But guys, I've got to say a massive thank you for the people watching. The viewers have been. We did, yeah. So it's been and it stayed at 19 basically the whole race. So yeah, fantastic. Really pleased with that. And thank you to everybody who watches it back at a later point as well. It's very, very much appreciated. So yeah, thank you to everyone. I've done it again. I looked at where we are next week earlier on, and now I've forgotten. I always do me prep and check, but now I forget it by the time we get there. I'm just going in now. Hang on a second. We are no, driver standings. I should have it on there. We are at. That looks like Mexico to me. Yeah, that's Mexico. So we're at Mexico next week, followed by Japan the week after, and then Baku. So, what do you guys think? Do you like Mexico? Oh no. Oh yeah, of course. Fair enough. Yeah. Um. Okay. Well, we'll be back next week then, guys, from Mexico. Thanks ever so much to everybody again. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night and the rest of your week, and